Вітаю, друзі! Recently Putin was presented with the latest examples of Russian military technology. Europe and the US might envy it. Apparently, 3.5 years of crazy movements have not been in vain.
Такой техникой убрана крыша, сняты задние двери, а кузов сразу адаптирован к лежачей эвакуации. Соответственно, время погрузки на точке раненого должна в идеале занимать не более 20 секунд, к чему мы, собственно, и стремимся. Кроме того, в ходе наших эвакуаций невероятно эффективно показали себя.
In 2015, Putin was shown the newest Armata tank at Uralvagonzavod. In 2025, Putin is shown a UAZ without a roof and a Bukhanka van covered with a cob cage and a bucket on top. Truly, there are no analogies to this. What is funny, just few days ago, Putin claimed that Russians' developments sometimes surpass Western weapons. This is what a typical morning looks like for a true patriot who voted for Putin.
Уважаемый, вопрос такой нескромный. Вы Путина поддерживаете?
Ну.
А по мусоркам зачем роетесь?
А хули, работы нету сейчас, блядь, пока нихуя.
А Путина поддерживаете?
Ну а что делать?
А за что поддерживаете?
Да потому что, блядь, вон, бомбит, ёпта, хули. Пенсию, вон, до скольки лет подняли, ёпта, на пенсию.
Путина поддерживаете?
Да не поддерживаю я его, нахуй. Бандит он, нахуй.
Ну я понял, ладно.
Perhaps he thought that after his first response, the camera has been turned off. Russians generally do not protest, though this individual is an exception. A small town in the Moscow region has been terrorized for a whole month by a cheap avenger, Russian media reports. The reasons for his wrath are absurd. A haircut appointment delayed by 20 minutes or improper service at a bar. His response is always the same: a bucket of feces dumped at the entrance of the establishment. I think if everyone acted like him, Putin's regime might already have fallen. Meanwhile, the internet is being switched off in Russia. In Kamchatka, Russia, mobile internet has been shut off to protect against possible drone threats, Russian media reports. The authorities will try to set up Wi-Fi hotspots in major cities. Kamchatka Krai is located more than 7,000 kilometers from Ukraine. Similar decisions had earlier been made in a number of other regions. Ukrainian drones have caused serious problems not only in Kamchatka, but also in other parts of Russia. Local residents are starting to feel the consequences of the illegal war in Ukraine. Almost 500 flights were cancelled between June 5th and June 7th due to airspace closures following drone attack on Russian military targets. Around 1,900 more flights were delayed. Russian airports lost about 20 billion rubles or approximately $250 million in just 2 days, guys. Passengers had to sleep directly on the floor. In an attempt to recover some of these losses, airports administrations began charging customers 500 rubles or $5 simply to access smoking rooms. As a result of this, yesterday Putin dismissed Russian Minister of Transport, Roman Starovoit. Just a few hours later, on the same day, he was found shot dead in his apartment in the Moscow region. To make life even more challenging for Russian citizens, the Russian State Duma has proposed introducing a tax on travel abroad. Such a fee reportedly could help support Russia's domestic tourism industry. For example, Russians might travel to Tyumen or Omsk after the rain and swim in local puddles, which sometimes became so deep that people disappear completely underwater. If this is how Russian import-substituted tourism looks like, then so be it. By the way, speaking of import substitution, a random Russian driver recently documented the build quality of a new Russian Niva car. There is a saying, Russian cars do not break down, they simply discard unnecessary parts. Here is another kind of Russian scrap metal being sold in Russia for $15,000.
Посмотрите, какие автомобили продаются в автосалонах. Это Lada Granta Vis. Вот так вот выглядит крепление спойлера. Вот так выглядит второе крепление спойлера. Вот такие вот крылья современные. Чуть-чуть коррозия идет. Смотрите, насколько сильно начал ржаветь автомобиль. Это вообще новый глушитель, мне интересно, или что это такое вот это? Не получилось, отпилили, в другом месте прихватили. Так получается? В трубках уже везде коррозия идет. Швы, смотрите, все вот эти вот как выполнены. Все гниет. Ничего тут для комфортной работы нету на автомобиле. Ни кондиционера, ни подогревов. Даже зеркало сняли с лобового стекла. Ни одного зеркала в автомобиле нету. Даже нету акустических динамиков. Здесь стоит поролоновая заглушка. Стоимость такого автомобиля 1 485 000 рублей.
Guys, do not forget to like and subscribe to see more episodes in the future. Thank you and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.